Hi guys, this is Eliana with Why Not Redesign. Welcome to the Bright and Bold Unique Challenge. Today, I'm going to be working on this piece. I'm super excited to do it because it's a piece that I am not feeling necessarily the need to sell. I'm going to have fun with this challenge. I'm going to be using a whole bunch of things that I normally don't use. I'm going to use stamps. I'm going to use gold gilding waxes. I'm going to use colorful paint, and I'm going to use maybe even some rice papers. I want to do it, and if I keep it forever, it stays. And if somebody loves it and wants to buy it, it can go. So I want to do it without any pressure. So join me in this challenge and let's have some fun. This is the piece that I'm going to be working on. It needs a whole bunch of help. There is a lot of veneer that's spilling or lifting or already gone. I'm going to be doing some simple fixes on that, and then I'm going to be using a design that I've drew several months back. I want to use some rice paper. I want to use some gold, some images, some stamps, some gold trim, maybe even some wood bands. This is part of what I am envisioning, and I'm just going to have a whole lot of fun with it. Let's get started. As usual, I will go ahead and clean this piece up with some TSP substitute. In this case, I am using White Lightning, and I love this because it's so easy to just mix and use as needed. I am also going to go ahead and remove all of the peeling veneer, and I'm going to then bondo this part right here without worrying too much about the details or anything like that, because I am going to be using some decoupage tissue papers and some rice papers and things like that, so the details don't matter if they're covered up. Bondo is so stinky, but it works so well. I'm gonna wait probably another 10 minutes. Feels a little soft right here still. Another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and sand all of that even. I'm not even gonna worry about this right here, this detail on here, because I'm going to cover this, so it should be just fine. So I'll sand this, wipe it clean again, and get started with the paper on it. This tissue paper is super easy to use. You basically just buy the design that you want or the image that you prefer and cut it to size. You can combine a couple of the same pieces or combine a couple of different pieces to create the image that you want to show on your piece, as well as the rice paper. On the sides, I am using the rice paper. You can see right there how I'm basically just cutting off what I don't want and using the part of it that I do want. And I am using clear coat as the medium to stick both the paper and the tissue paper. It works perfectly. I have all kinds of different pinks. Look at that. Different pinks. Let's see where I go with this. Oh my god, I just did all of this and this thing wasn't recording. So here we go again. Very slowly. And hopefully this time I get it. I'm standing up to make sure that it's actually recording this time. Luckily I haven't done this side over here, so I'll do this front and this side. I talked and talked and talked and it was for nothing because it wasn't recording. So I was saying that my blending is completely different from everyone. I literally do touch. It's more like a pat, if you will. And I'm going to do all of these corners and all of these areas to blend the paper into it. And you'll see that mine comes out differently, completely differently. It's also not something that I have perfected, if you will, but it is something that I know I do different than most people who are the queens of blending. So I am by no means saying do it my way. All I'm saying is this is the way I do it. Bring you in closer to see where we are doing, how that's looking, and again come back to this side to show you. And right here I still need to go over that, but you can see how my blend is like a cloud almost. it looking so far? There's still a lot to go, but I'm happy with it this far. I like. Like I told you all, I'm gonna be using a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't used on a video before, and these are IOD molds that I have. I love the design. It's kind of roses and then some other flowers, I don't know, but it's something similar to the flowers that I'm using on the image. So I am using some modeling material, and the modeling material is from Redesign with Prima. I have products from all kinds of different companies. Super easy to use. It comes prepared. Just put it into the mold, press it on, it comes out, and it looks like the flower that you see right there on the plastic mold. Then you basically can take it out immediately from that and glue it onto the piece, or you can let it dry and use it the day later or whatever. On these, in this case, I am actually working at home, making them at home, taking them to the shop the next day. And right here I'm actually at the shop, and I'm going to be priming these with some spray can chalk paint. The chalk paint is from Rust-Oleum, and it's a white, and I am basically just priming them to then paint them in the color that I want to do. But I always prime them because I just find it a lot easier to stick them on there. I usually put just some regular wood glue or any type of wood glue. You can use E6000, and then I attach them with a piece of tape for a few minutes until they are well adhered to the piece, and then I remove the tape. I will slow this down a little bit in the next couple of frames, but I am using a stencil. I am using a stamp. The stamp looks like crackle, and then I'm using also stamps that look like handwriting. This is the stencil, and on this one in particular, I did it like a raised stencil. I use a paste rather than paint, so it's gonna look a little bit raised. I'm throwing a whole bunch on this dresser that I normally don't, because like I said, I want it to be bold, and I wanted to just be completely out of my comfort zone with it, and I'm loving it so far. Right here, I'm gonna slow down a little bit the process. I want to remind you that most of the products that I am using, if I still can find them, because none of these are very new or from the companies that I'm using the products, they might not still have them. They are not from the new collections that they have out right now. So if I can still find a link, I will link it. At the very minimum, I will tell you the name of the stuff that I use and tell you what company they're from, and you can just go to their website and pull them if you like them. I don't have affiliates with them or anything like that, but if you guys like what you see, I will try to let you know what they are so that you can find them. You don't have to use any special products to use the stamps. The stamps, to me, are some of the easiest things to use and the most impactful sometimes. I love using this crackle stamp, and basically I just add paint on it, just with a brush lightly on the raised parts of the stamp, and then you can press really hard to stamp the entire stamp on the piece, or you can just lightly press on it and it stamps only that piece where you put pressure on it. As you can see, I'm putting it all over. I'm also using the lace stamp, which is the one that I'm doing with white, and that one basically I'm just overlapping. I'm also overlapping the one with the writing on it, and with that one I use one of the pinks, and to me everything looks kind of grungy and medieval and all of those things that I'm kind of going for, and not really going for any specific look, if you will. I'm just loving what I'm doing. I'm having fun, and the piece is looking exactly like I wanted it to in my head, and it's looking great. You guys, please make sure that you subscribe so you can see all of the videos that I post on the weekly basis. And everything might not look like this, but I can tell you that I'm gonna have fun doing everything that I do. Here's some gold gilding waxes, as if I haven't added a whole bunch of other stuff on this. I also wanted to basically show off all of the details that the dresser had on its own. The top of the dresser I painted black, and I did 2 coats of it, and then touched on the little details because I wanted to make sure that everything showed really well. Right here I'm adding additional gilding waxes, and this one is called Cactus, and it's like an iridescent color that's really pretty. It looks pinkish. It just looks different, and I thought it would look good with this. I'm adding a couple of stripes on this, and you'll see when I pull it the effect that it kind of gives the dresser. I just wanted everything to kind of be one on top of the other, but to show off, if you will. I went ahead and I waxed everything, and I could have used regular top coat as well, but I just opted to wax the piece. I applied 2 coats of the wax, allowing 24 hours in between each, but this is a wax by actually Lily Moon Paint. I want to thank the Crafty Creech and Creep Designs by Twitch for hosting and co-hosting the Bright and Bold Unique Antique Challenge. This was then for my piece, and you guys, here it is. Just even looking at it, doing this voiceover right now, this piece makes me happy. I was really able to just kind of let go and let my imagination take me to places that normally I'm not able to. And that is because I do a lot of custom work, so a lot of times I cannot do what I want with a piece, and sometimes I want to go crazy. And this is not crazy, it's just creative and free. This is what I wanted to do on this piece, and I did. If somebody likes it and they want to buy it, it's available for sale. But if somebody doesn't agree with me and doesn't like it, they don't have to. It can stay with me in my shop forever. I'm super happy with it. I did take a mirror that did not actually go with this piece, but I thought it married well. I added a couple of the molds to it, painted it, and then it's gonna be on top. This is a piece that for now is gonna live in a space in my shop that we're gonna have a little vintage clothing and things like that, so I think it's gonna be perfect for that area. The mirror is old, it's not perfect, but it is perfect for this piece, and I'm pretty happy with it. You guys need to let me know what you think. I really would like to hear what your thoughts are. Please make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment, and then also let me know what you think about my new staging wall. I love it. On these pictures I went ahead and put a different image on the mirror to show it off better for the pictures, for the Instagram and all of that. But here it is, you guys. I love it. I'm super happy with it. As always, the link to the full challenge, it will be in the description, so make sure that you go and watch all of the videos for all of the artists who participated. I will be back on Monday with my 50 to 50 video vlog, daily vlog, and I will be back again next weekend with another video. Thanks. Bye.